Beautiful people, here's why I believe that black people are actually more racist than white people. I know some of you are going to come after me in the comment section saying, do you know what apartheid did? Huh, Prince? How can you say such a thing? Let me tell you something. That was a party that was many years back. But in today's generation, black people are actually more racist than white people. There is more black racist people than there is racist white people. As much as you don't want to believe it, I believe this is true. This is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it all the time. And I don't have statistics to sit down and back it up. But what I will tell you is this. From what I have observed, from the government all the way here to my local area, I've seen much more black people who are being racist towards white people than white people being racist towards black people. We feel so entitled as black people to always point out a disagreement and say that it's because of racism, that is why they treated me this way. And I feel like that's such a big level of entitlement. Police does not do anything about it, because once a black man is being discriminatory towards a white person, they don't care. As soon as it's a white person against a black person, now they care. We want to talk about equality. Women versus men. Let's talk about black versus white. There is no equality here. We are actually attacking white people day by day, and you know it. If you get into a fight with your boss, what do you say? What do you say? Oh, it's because I'm black. That's why they fired me. If a white man takes you to court, what do you say? You say, oh, it's because I'm a black man who's being successful. Now this white person wants to put me down. I see this as racism. Normalize fighting with one another without having to involve race. I think the whole world would be a better place if we did that. My name is Prince Wajabu, and your name is John. Refer to me as Prince. I refer to you as John, not as Mr. White and Mr. Black. When you have a problem with me, confront me, not my race. When I have a problem with you, I confront you, not your race, not because you are white. This nonsense has got to stop, people. It's got to stop.
As of right now, black people are considered the most racist demographic. And it shows. And the privilege behind it is what's keeping them from mostly getting in trouble. For instance, I can come on here and say anything I want about white people. And I mean anything. And given the fact that TikTok has their standards and rules and community guidelines, my video will likely stay up, catch a lot of traction, and possibly go viral. But let a white person come on this app, any app for that matter, Instagram, TikTok, MySpace, have them speak their opinion and just mention the word black. Their video probably won't even get past processing. And if it does, it's going to go viral just enough to have enough hate on it to where they're canceled. But right now, if you search up white people, literally, you'll find a whole bunch of black creators harassing white people, making content. But black people can't be racist.
Today's world is kind of crazy to think about. And you know, when I come across these kind of videos, I don't know how to feel about them, because there's a lot of lies hidden. Let's say when we as black people come out to say these kind of things, and not to attack these people in the videos. I mean, I would say everyone is entitled to say, to say whatever they want. But like, to say that we are more racist, I don't think it makes sense to me, especially when they say that we are more racist to white people. We've been systems, especially as black people, under the white rule. When you look into like the African kind of things that we have going on, into the education, into how we move things, when it comes to religions, when it comes to how we basically do everything, it's more Eurocentric than, I would say, African. So I would not really say that as an African, we are racist to white people. Like this South African man who was saying, I know they have white people in South Africa, and I do get that. But still need to look into the situation where most of the things that they have going on, who controls them? Majority, it's white people. So they basically run the systems. So if the people that have power are not of your kind, you would not expect them to do more for you than for themselves.
But then when are we going to acknowledge that black people as well have power? Because that means we are excusing a black president who is in power. But when you say that the people that own or the people that have power, it sounds more like the white folks have power over the country or over anything, or when it comes to making laws of anything, right? So are we disregarding that we have I lived in South Africa for 6 years. So what he says, and comparing what you're saying, it's like, okay, we have Ramaphosa, who is a black president, and he's there for nothing. It's basically white people that are
What has
controlling.
he done?
So aren't we supposed to critique him as a black man instead of thinking that he's just a puppet? He has white people that he's working for.
You know, also this thing, I think people forget that even the leaders we have are from the system that we want to dismantle. Like when you come here and you want to talk about the African presidents, they went through the same education you went through. They feel inferior as individuals. Yes, they might have this power, but they still have the systems that have been controlling us for generations and generations of time. Be it religion, be it politics, be it education, be it every other kind of sector, they are still victims. I'm not trying to say that I should, defend them to whatever they are not doing for us as a people. But I feel like they also have this inferiority within them that when they go in spaces where there's white people, they feel proud, like, oh, I'm with these people, they are the ones that are probably more smarter than I am, so whatever they say makes sense. And it's really like disturbing talking about these things. And I would say like, we as especially African people, before 2020, if I'm to be really honest, I never knew ever that Black Americans were ever facing any kind of racism in America. Did you know that before you traveled? Let's say before you went to South Africa.
No.
See?
I think the more you travel and then you get more exposure to certain things. But before that, you're in your shell, you know nothing.
And like also in our countries, we don't see a lot of the things that Black American people do. It's mostly the things that they show us that are mostly with white people. Even in the news, I never saw any Black anchor. Ooh, it was always these blonde, light-skinned women or white women, the men that were always giving the news about what is happening in America. And if they were showing anything, they were showing places like Iraq, the war that is happening in Iraq, and there's the black men that are going there to fight. When it came to like entertainment, it was these rappers and these celebrities that were winning awards. When it came to movies, it was mostly the Black people being in ghetto and like being in strip clubs as girls or women, men doing like drugs. Or being taken down by cops or being in prison. Especially when it came to Black men, I mostly saw them being in prison and the women being home with the kids. So that's like a lot of the kind of image that I used to have. If it was not like success as a Black person, it was like you did something and you are in jail. It was never like they are these, humble kind of people. But what system is that? It's like still we as Africans were fed a white system to have a picture where they are showing us what they want us to see. Don't you think that that is silence racism? That they don't speak like we do, but the systems they have do put up racism.
You know what? I can excuse the before. But what I cannot excuse, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're living in 2024. And we are not going to cry that white people are setting systems of discrimination towards us. When we have studios like TPS, Tyler Perry Studio, we have women, Black women like Taraji P. Henson coming out and calling out a fellow Black woman who is Oprah Winfrey for suppressing them. Which means
we also are a problem to ourselves.
It has to do more with us.
It has really gone internally that even our people are not welcomed to us as a people.
Do we have white people to blame for that still?
There is this incident that happened in my country recently, and I told you. I usually tell you guys, like, I work with Black and white people. So we were in town and we were buying some stuff, and this African guy said the N-word to this white person. And I told the guy, hi, do you know that that word is not okay? And like, we should not be saying it. He was like, what do you mean? This white guy is the N-word, and he kept saying it. And I'm like, but no, it's not okay because it's something that we shouldn't, like, claim. It's not okay. It degrades us. And he's like, really? I thought it's a cool word to represent these people or to call someone cool or whatever. I was like, no. So he was saying this word because he didn't know what it meant. So it's still like there's racism and he's saying something that is racist, but he doesn't know that he's saying something that is racist because he thinks it's a cool thing. And what I didn't understand or what I didn't really get is even when I tried to explain to him, he was trying to make me feel like I'm the problem. I'm trying to let you know that this word is not okay, like, in a humble way, like respectively. But he felt attacked, like I don't want him to use the word because somehow I'm not okay, like I'm the problem. So that is willingness to not want to let go of things.
In other words, I'll call that ignorance.
He was really naive in his way of,
but now
saying the statements.
I have a thought. you know, when we see the South African guy and this American guy, when they say that black people these days, we can get away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like we have reached in society today as black people where a white person can never say no, nothing anymore. Well, I'm not saying that they must be, they should keep on to be racist. What I'm trying to say is that I feel like black people, we have normalized being racist towards white people as well.
You know,
And
when
it's
you
cool these days.
I have really mixed emotions about that. And why I say that is because how long have the white systems, like especially in America or in South Africa, been in place?
Let's give it 500 years. Okay.
Let's just say 400.
Yeah.
You know, just something to put out.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't say that me as an African who got to understand the reality of how a black man, a black person is treated in America in 2020. And I understood that these people are not really free as I expected, as I thought in 2020. And that's like 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
It's not even the end of the year of 2024. So it's like 4 years.
Yeah.
You can't compare the 4 years of me knowing the true reality of how I'm seen as a black person in the world to the 400 years of how a South African, a black South African, or a black American, or a black Caribbean, a black British, a black Asian has been treated in those countries of the West. It's really unacceptable, and I think it's very degrading, and it's very insulting for a person to come out really and say that 4 years of talking about injustice and talking about the systems we need to dismantle is comparable
to the hundreds of years.
To the hundred of years. And imagine, we are the ones that know these things.
Yeah.
Like I've given an example of this guy. In 2024, he doesn't know what the word N means.
Yeah.
He thinks it's cool. There's a long way for a lot of African people to understand the reality of what it is to be this person.
Yes.
Okay? So I really don't think we are being racist. And I would not say that we are not. But when it comes to comparing the 4 years to the 400 years, for example, that's wild to me.
We are living in society today, and I'm not saying that black people, we should just wake up and forget about what happened hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm a strong believer in we are living in a modern day right now where we have the internet, anything spreads faster than anything, and anything that you can say or do that's recorded can go viral anytime. And I believe we have a chance now to create a society that we want to see.
And I think we are starting to do that.
And I think, when you say we are starting to do that, it's like, okay, we need to normalize being racist.
No. Why I say that is because of the internet. I'm able to even talk to my people in the diaspora. I am so freaking grateful that before that I thought these people were these, people that never cared at all about us. Like I always say this. I always wanted to travel. If I ever went to America, I would meet these black people because they are successful, because that's the image I had. If you're not successful, you're in jail. So I would always be like, if I come, these people will welcome me, they will embrace me. Just like you guys think when you come in the continent, everyone is going to be open arms to you. That's the mentality I had. So when I say that the internet is also something that I'm really grateful for, and I say that we are taking steps, like you have your boss who is African American. Who would ever thought we would ever reach such a situation? So we are taking steps, though it's not like how maybe you would expect it or I would expect it, but let's not compare racism of 400 years
to the now one.
To the 4 years of understanding the reality of what has been going on in the world. When you say that, especially as an American, a black person in America, I don't have that experience. We don't have that experience. But for someone who has been suppressed and been dehumanized,
they're like, girl, what?
They're like, we are more racist? What do you mean? We are the ones that have systems that just see you as a black person and you're arrested. We are the ones that are spotted and immediately people assume we are a problem. We are the ones that are denied to access school because of our hair. We are the ones that are denied to access certain things because we look like this. Even health, I've seen a lot of videos where these people don't want to be worked on by these people. I've seen a lot of them. So to me, that is not something I would expect as an African. So telling or saying that to a black American, I think is very insulting and it's just not okay. And when they come out to speak about the things that they are going through, I think we should just understand and try to be, willing to learn. I'm not saying we should be racist. I don't carry hate with me. If you do something to me carry this grudge in my heart. I'm the one who suffers mentally and spiritually. I'm the one who hurts myself. So I will not come here and say I'm racist to these other groups of people, but I will keep on saying or talking about the things they did. There's nothing we talk about that has not happened.
That's true.
When I come out and I talk about, a white person did this, it is something that happened.
Yeah.
So when you feel like uncomfortable because I talked about that and you're saying I'm being racist, you have a problem. But if you meet a white person and probably do something to them or assault them out of nothing, I think that's like genuine, legitimate racism.
Yeah.
Do I make sense?
Yes.
That's where I have issues. If I meet a Chinese and I just hit them because I'm black and I hit them,
it's not okay.
Open
but for me,
racism,
the problem that I'm having now is that I cannot compare, of course, the racism of long time ago to what I would say black people are trying to maybe take their power.
Yeah, we are.
I really find it uncomfortable that now in society, literally, Ndagire, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I can find a white man on the street and throw a stone at them. I will not go to jail. Nothing will happen to me. And
I don't think that is something that can happen in Uganda.
My fellow people would even laugh. I can wake up today and abuse a white man, and it will be fine. The comment section will be very nice, even on the internet. If I wake up and I say any disgusting word about white people, I think 90% the comment section is going to be nice. But a white person can't do that.
You know why a white person can't? It's because it's not even about us as black people. They invaded a lot of nationalities. So when a white person comes out and still shows that kind of entitlement in a way, everybody feels attacked. It's not even just about us black people or Africans. The Chinese will feel attacked. The Koreans will feel attacked. The Filipinos will feel attacked. The Asians will feel attacked. They'll be like, you've been in governance, in power for the longest time. Who gives you the audacity to even come out and still show that you are better than us? So I would not say it's mostly for us as black people.
It's like for everyone who is not white. But at the same time, I don't really condone reverse racism.
I don't think we are doing reverse racism. Yes,
we are condoning it slowly and slowly in society.
I don't know, but I personally, because I speak for me, I don't support racism. And I don't really want it to continue because it's really draining. But what bothers me, for me as a person, is I just can't stand coming on the internet every single day, watching my feed and seeing constantly how these people are saying things about us. There's a video I told you where a white woman was like, Africans name their children difficult names. But they also have difficult names I can't pronounce, but I do the effort and I put in the time to learn that name. So it's like when it comes from us, it is something that is unacceptable. It's something that just can't be normalized, but when it comes from, let's say, other light-skinned kind of people, then it's something that can be embraced. That is racism. Racism is bad, but we cannot stop talking about racism if we are still continuously seeing things that make us see racism on a daily.
I also have to say, the things that we normalize for white people, like for example, when they come to our countries and we give them good treatment. By the way, black people, please, you come to my restaurant and I give you shitty treatment and you look like me. The moment a white person comes in, yes, madam, yes, sir, professionalism comes on. So that I cannot blame it on the white people. I understand it has been like that for a long time.
Do you know that long time? That long time takes a long time for it to be dismantled. Like I said, it's 4 years against 400 years.
We will still cry for the next 10 years.
No, we are not going to continue crying because the more I speak, other people learn. The more you speak, you have a platform where you speak about African women issues or women issues or relationships about Africans or black people, issues. That's a system that you want to see change, but it's been happening for a long time. Not everyone is just going to see your video and change immediately. It has to be talked about by different kinds of people.
Several times,
so it's the same thing with us. For us to see that racism that we don't want to see happen, is we talking about this thing that we want to see change on, and we need to see change by talking. We are not going to go on the street and fight. Like, I'm not going to get a gun and go and fight people. I don't have that, guys. I don't have that energy. I'm not that strong. I am not that strong to go and fight. But if I have this voice that I can use to talk about these things, I think that's what makes sense. So I really don't think Africans, especially black people, that we are more racist when we have been the ones under a system of somebody else for hundreds of years. It's going to take time to grow, but nothing is going to change if we stop talking about it. That's not going to happen. It's not okay, and it's really hurting people. It's something that needs to be stopped, but I think it's the white people that need to help that system to stop, because how many of you are willing to stand up and like talk or fight for someone who is facing injustice.
Yes.
How many of you are going to go to places where you're more privileged and talk about it, or you're just going to enjoy it? Because the more you enjoy it, it's going to continue.
Yes.
You see, like, it doesn't count for me to come and talk about a system that I want to see change on, and you come and they welcome you, you see it's privilege, and you accept it. That means you enjoy it and you want it to continue. So I will also keep on talking about it. So how many of you guys as white people are coming out to talk about these injustices? Because it's not to attack you. I don't believe in attacking other human beings, you know, even though we've been suppressed for the longest time. But if we want to see change, how many of you are willing to come out and really stand on your ground and talk down on this system that is benefiting you, but is oppressing other groups of people? So I don't think these men, I know they might have come from a different background. I don't know what. Maybe they have white people in their lives. I have white people in my life, but because of them, it doesn't mean that I should stop and now attack my people. That's why I have issues. Like, you don't have to, you know, it just doesn't make sense. And it's really, you know, it really brings us back. Like, we have these people that see us as a problem, but even in their daily lives, I know they face some things and they know it's about racism and it's racism, but then they overlook it and like, it's just human. So it's not just human. It is really a system that's going on. So yeah, guys, that is it really for me.
I believe what you say. I'm also right. Everyone is right in their own way.
You're
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to have conversations. Wherever side that you fall on, we are living in 2024, and I really hope that together, I believe in living in harmony. I know it's not gonna wake up and then voila, we live in a heaven. No. But together we must work forward unity and cooperating in the world, because right now
we can't take
no one can eliminate the other one.
It just can't happen
anymore. We are here
anymore.
to stay together, so we must work together.
We must find a way. But it also has to come with this people as well. That is it for us in the video. Let us know what you think. In case you want to know the lovely, beautiful woman, it's 𝗬cie𝗂𝗿. Give them your link.
Yes. So subscribe to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Link is going to be in the description box. I do talk about everything. I have nasty stories of my life that I have lived, darling. It's so interesting. And of course, like relationship-wise, because I always cry about relationships.
She's your go-to girl.
I'm your girl.
Yeah, guys, that is it for us in the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our channels. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
The song that never ends.